Think it worked?
Hi.
Ava! How
Hello.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am excellent. First of all, I feel like I've been waiting for this moment. Congratulations. I'm opening the Prosecco that you
Congrats.
sent me.
Oh,
So
did I just say
cheers.
congrats to myself? Oh my God, that's so funny.
Toast to you. Toast to, and thank you for this too, which I love this.
Oh my God, yes, of course.
Thank you and congrats on the album, which is absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
This is one of those albums that I think it's hard to believe too that it's your debut album. I don't know why it doesn't feel like it, you
I
know?
know. It's been a slow 2 years.
Yeah, it really has. It's been a different 2 years, but it's so good. It's one of those albums that it's rare that you can take an album and you can listen to it all the way through. And
Thank
everyone I talk to is like, I could just put this album on and listen to it from start to finish, which is a huge compliment. So congrats.
thank you. Thank you. I'm really excited. I mean, I have so many emotions in me just like every day. Like one day I'm just like freaking out. One day I can't believe it's even out. One day I'm like, wait, I'm tired for the next album. Forget about this one. I'm just like focused on something else. So it's like every day it's like a different emotion. I still can't believe I released it.
No, it's great. No, I love it so much. How does it feel with everything going on? I mean, is there a time or even a timeline of you getting back on the road and doing shows, or is that even a possibility at this point?
I mean, at the moment, no, but next year, yes.
Okay, good. I know everything's like so day by day. It's so weird right now. Where are you anyway? What are you doing? What do you got going on?
I am in like an office slash studio,
Yeah.
but like I'm recording a lot, so I'm really excited for the deluxe album. I'm excited for something else that's coming soon that I can't really say, but there's always surprises coming. So.
There is always surprises, which is awesome. Do you, once you make something, do you listen back to it and like live with it, or do you like make it and go, I gotta now on to the next thing?
I mean, I take my time with each song. So each
Yeah.
song, it's like, I don't know, one song takes maybe, it's in my email and my drafts for like 8 months. So it takes a minute. I don't just like make something and release it.
No, I just saw something actually the GQ did. It was a few months ago. I think it wasn't that long ago, but they were talking about your essentials, and I got some questions online, and people DM me the essential things that you need, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Coffee was one.
Oh, that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that though. That was like you got your coffee. That's what I noticed. But I never have heard of anybody putting honey in their coffee, and you do that, and that sounded good.
Oh my God. And hot coffee and like cold coffee. I mean, I usually put agave, but like honey is the best. Like a spoonful of like organic, like raw honey, maybe local honey wherever you're at is actually good to combat allergies too.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a really good insight. I never knew that. One of the things that people tell, last time we talked, one of the things that a lot of people reached out to me about, and they were like, well, I didn't know, her backstory as far as her personal life and her parents and how you were, your parents are from are Albanian, and the struggles that you had coming up, and that it wasn't so smooth, and people think that, oh, well, now she's famous and she's doing music and everything is, oh, look, it's perfect, it's so easy. But maybe you can go into that a little more because so many people related to that, and they're related to your family and how strong your mom is too. Like I thought about that story after you told me of her and her work ethic, and I was just blown away. I keep thinking about it.
Yeah, my mom is just, I look up to her a lot because she didn't care about anything but like making a future for the family, and she just like focused so hard. And then my dad as well for over 10 years, they had three jobs each. They saved, they built their first home. I feel like it was kind of crazy. I just remember them never complaining. They never complained. They were just like, this is what we have to do and this is what we're doing. And so my mom even went to work with like, she ripped her arm. She like, I don't know, a ligament or something. I don't know what she did. But I remember she had to go to work. I was like 8 and she had to go or she would get fired. And so she went to work with her arm that she ripped. And then the next morning she had surgery. Then she went to work again that night. Is that
Wow.
crazy?
Wow. That does rub off on you though. And I mean the work ethic when you see that and you grow up and I think that makes you appreciate things more, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah, my mom's just always like, "Don't be a baby." There are people going through much worse. Like, she always says this. My parents are always like, "Stop complaining. Don't be a baby." Like, there's always, times to reflect, but just don't complain. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. They got to be so proud though, watching everything happen.
Yeah, they got some soft parts, even though they're like, aggressive Albanian
Of
sometimes,
course.
but they got soft parts.
Yeah, of course. What have you been doing to kind of stay sane during the pandemic mess? Obviously, you're recording and things like that, but is there anything that you've picked up or started learning? Because a lot of people are doing that, new hobbies and whatnot.
I am trying to learn guitar, but
Yeah,
also I'm trying to play piano more, record, write. I'm just doing a lot of creative things.
yeah, of course. Well, one of the questions that I got online too was a big musical influence. Who was that growing up? Is there one that you gravitate towards or a few?
Oh yeah, Shania Twain,
Yeah,
Mariah Carey. So like both my uncles were obsessed with singers, and one was obsessed with Mariah Carey, and one was obsessed with Shania Twain. And they both gave me these CDs. One uncle was like, "No, Mariah's better," like literally so obsessed, and then the other uncle was like, "No, Shania Twain is better." So they would always argue at the table who was the better artist. And so, but again, that's all I would listen to is Mariah Carey and Shania Twain, and then Celine Dion, of course, Whitney Houston.
What
So.
are you listening to now? I mean, what or do you listen? Because some artists don't listen to music when they're recording at all.
I listen to reggae. I listen to like Collie
Really
Buds. I love reggae. I don't know what it is about it. It just calms me when I'm stressed out.
interesting. Is that something that you've just recently picked up, or have you always like listened to
I-
that?
I've listened to Collie Buds since I was 14, so over a decade.
Wow, that's cool. That's awesome. You're
Yeah.
not that old. What do you mean a decade? You kidding me? You're 21.
Oh, that's cute.
What would you say to the fans out there right now? Because the fans who have just been, so supportive, and I feel like your fans you have an extra special connection with, and whether it's, the groups and the fan pages that I feel like are very, every time I talk to an artist, we'll get a few, but when I talk to you, it's always like you get a ton of support from those people, and I know that's so important to you. What would you
It
say?
is. My avatars mean everything to me. It sucks that I can't be on tour right now, but that's why I'm releasing a lot of music.
Mhm.
And this album was just the beginning, so I can't wait for everyone to hear what else I have this year. I have a lot coming this year, so.
You can't give us a little hint about the surprise, or maybe just a little something
Well,
nugget?
a video is coming, a new music video is
Oh,
coming, but I can't
okay.
say when.
I know. Okay. All right. Well, we can look forward to that. We can look forward to a lot of things. What is the one thing that you think you haven't accomplished yet that you want to? That was another thing in my DMs. One thing that, whether it's music or not, one thing that you're like, I need, this is on my list.
A world tour. We were
Okay.
supposed to do that this year. A world tour.
Why do I feel like you've already, I feel like you're
I
so
have.
smart, like so like much more developed than most quote unquote new artists. I just don't look at you that way. I don't know why. I feel like you've been on 18 tours. I feel like you should have it been. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't know. Maybe your music is just more developed than other artists as
That's
far.
very that's very nice of you. I think I don't know what to say about that. I just definitely that's a compliment. So thank you.
Yeah.
I've been making music since I was little. So I mean, it just popped out for me with Sweet But Psycho, but I've been making music for a very long time. So maybe that's why. I don't know.
I think that is why. I think that's people don't understand. They think you hear "Sweet But Psycho" or one of the songs that takes off, and they're like, "Oh, this song comes out of nowhere, and here she goes." But the grind before that was relentless. That you were, I mean, for a long time you were doing. I mean,
Literally relentless.
yeah, right. You've been doing this since you were so young, though. That I mean, when did you move to LA? When you were what, 14?
14 for the first time. My mom literally took me out of school. I was happy about that because I was being bullied. So I hated
Oh,
school. I hated school in general. Oh my God,
yeah,
I hated it. But kids, stay in school. It's just my story. I just wasn't meant for everyday classes.
yeah.
I think for me, it was just, I was like two. I was really rebellious at a very young age. Like I just couldn't follow the rules.
You're being a bad influence right now. No, I'm just kidding.
No, no, no. You know what it is? I think I knew what I wanted to do since I was 8, so it made me kind of grow up faster. I would go to like singing competitions in Florida and New York with my parents, and we would drive up and down the East Coast. So I feel like I just grew up a lot faster. And then when I moved to California when I was almost 14, 13 and a half, I grew up even more, faster because I experienced Los Angeles at 14.
Yeah, that's a lot, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, you mentioned that you were bullied, which I hate hearing that, but I also think that's a pretty important message that a lot of people unfortunately have to deal with. What is one of the things that you found you could cope with, or how did you deal with it? I know that's tough.
It's tough because in the moment, obviously, I was crushed and like I didn't want to go to school. I was crying all the time. Like I just didn't like my life and like that because I was being bullied. So I think for me, I was very lucky. I had a lot of strong female role models, like my aunt and my mom talked to me. My brother, my older brother, he's a really strong role model in my life. Like he's always like, you know, F him. He's
Yeah.
always the one to kind of like cheer me up. So I don't know, good people around you. You need good people, a support group. You can't be alone. Like when I tend to like hide my emotions, that's when I get depressed. So I think it's important to talk about it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's so important, especially with everything going on now and just, mental health awareness. You got to know what you're dealing with.
You got to talk. You got to talk your emotions out. You can't leave them bottled up because that will literally hurt you. So,
Well, I'm glad you stressed that to your young fans. Cheers to you and to heaven
oh,
and
thank you.
cheers,
Thank
toast. You got coffee. Maybe that's
coffee
why a
forever
little
for
something.
me.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for everything and for always being so cool. And the fans love you. And anything last words to everybody watching on IG Live? Go ahead, feel free and say it to them.
I love you guys so much. I don't know. I'm just having so much fun virtually performing for you guys for the Amazon Music thing. I have another virtual performance coming up. I can't say anything yet, but
Oh,
very
good.
exciting performances virtually coming up. Love
Yeah.
you.
Well, we love that. Ava Max, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you also for all the support.
Of
Seriously.
course. Song sounds great. We love it. So it's getting so many requests. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon. Bye.
Bye.